everything's fixed.
Hello, I'm Charley Crockett, and it's the Texas music scene. Jacking.
This. Welcome to hard times and feeling low. Do you like sinning? No. Where you will be before you go. We got lots of gambling. Oh, and we're telling lies. You're certainly welcome to hard times.
Hey, who's a fan of Charley Crockett? Me too. Charley's been on the scene for a while. Some people think he's a newcomer. Some think he's the next big thing. I don't know what he is, but I know he's badass. He's making great music. He made a record in 2020 called Welcome to Hard Times with Mark Neill, who produced some of the Black Keys records. All different kinds of styles, like a mishmash bowl of jambalaya. He's fantastic. We love him around here. Here he's talking about his new record.
Besides the bright blinking lights stretched out in front of me, I wonder if you'll notice, would you even care if I told you my life just isn't fair? Welcome to hard times.
My whole career has been turning like trouble into a win. You know what I mean? Yeah, I recorded a record in February called Welcome to Hard Times. And I wrote all them songs mostly back in November. And I was just writing about my life, you know, and I didn't have who could see what was coming in 2020, you know. I ended up working with Mark Neill, who's down in Valdosta, Georgia, because he called me up about a year ago and he said, I like that dark, gothic, classic country thing that you're doing, Charley, and I think nobody's willing to take that risk on that type of music like you are. Let's do this record together. And he just understood me and was speaking my language. Because I knew we was gonna do that, I think I had a better idea of what kind of songs I wanted to record. And so I basically wrote them all in about a month. And then we recorded that record in February. And then right the next month, as you know, then the pandemic hit. And then we've had the social movements and all the stuff happening in 2020 that's kind of shaped the way that this year is. And there was a lot of pressure to feel like I needed to put the record on the shelf. Like so many artists are waiting to see what happens with everything in 2020 and maybe roll things out in 2021. Instead of pushing the record back, we actually decided to move it up. I put more effort into making my music videos because I've got time. I didn't have time to make no dang videos before. But since I can't play, we put a lot of resources into actually marketing the record to folks in ways besides the live show. And for somebody like me, that's probably not how it would have gone any other way had I been playing, so.
Don't cry for me, darling. No, honey, don't cry while you're all alone.
My overall favorite song on the album is called Run Horse Run. And it's a really fast song. It's very Western, but it's got that kind of psychedelic spaghetti Western type of thing. You know how like with the Sergio Leone Westerns, like the Dollar Trilogy, The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, with Clint Eastwood and Lee Van Cleef and those guys. That sound that kind of reinvented the way that we view the American West with Ennio Morricone writing the score and all that kind of stuff. Run Horse Run is like, as I've grown up and into country and Western, you really see me stretching out on that and using like my delivery of singing that I learned on the street, the hustle spirit and the stories that I talk about. I like thinking of racehorses as a good analogy for what we do as entertainers. You know, if you need to understand that you're a racehorse, and if you can understand how that works, then you got to get out there on the track and hit it. You know, that's how I view my life.
Can't stop till my work is done. Run, horse. Run, horse, run.
This song that I cut on their album called Fool Somebody Else, it's another one of those songs where I'm blending like my lower register singing voice that has been growing stronger as I've gotten older, that I've had more ability to reach. The storytelling and the stylistic delivery of country and Western music, what I've done is bring my rhythm and blues stuff with the country, and I think on Fool Somebody Else, you can hear the kind of like the country crooning type of singing, and then we've got a mix of pedal steel and R&B rhythms and like classic kind of like Spanish guitar playing mixed with these pedal steel licks trading the solos, and it's like a real signature sound that I think I'm getting closer to, you know, that I'm figuring out.
If you already knew it would never be enough, put my heart back on the shelf. Why don't you fool somebody else?
I'm not the first to do what I'm doing, and I wouldn't call myself the best, but I think I do it different. In the way that I'm doing country and Western, in the way that I'm doing Gulf Coast rhythm and blues and putting that together, I believe that there is a commercial country audience that wants to hear that, if only the programmers would play it. And I think Fool Somebody Else is probably my best effort at doing that maybe could break that stuff down. And because my entire career has been made up out of going the very direction I was told there was no future in heading that way. And, you know, it's worked out pretty good for me so far.
While you wreck me like